Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Racha, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who do rule and teach well. Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, Barakadam. Peace, blessings, salutations to the sincere believers, the hopefully elect out there listening, learning, keeping the faith and diligence of our Lord Yahweh Shai, occupying in prophecies, which is the testimony of our Lord Yahweh Shai. So, going into a few of these Super Bowl commercials, the Super Bowl happened yesterday, and as usual, Esau, he's working on the minds of the people continuously, non-stop. And these Super Bowl commercials every year, they throw out enchantments, but this year in particular, they were speaking to what they're really about to bring forth in a very short time. We know that there's a heavy censorship campaign going on against the small hats. You know what I'm saying? You can't speak on them. You can't talk about them in any negative type of connotation at all. All right? Which this is what this commercial here with Snoop Dogg and Tom Brady was touching on. And it's funny that they try to put these talking points out there as if, racism and hate is such a problem, when the very individuals that put the money up to create these very commercials, they're the very ones that perpetrate the hatred. You see? But this commercial here in particular, this was a psyop, all right? Because I'll play it. But if you were watching it initially and you didn't know what this was about, or you didn't care to watch it to the end, then you wouldn't know that this was dealing with the small hats. You know what I'm saying? Like you would just think this is about, oh, let's end racism, oh, let's stop the hate. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, as we always go into, there's a Scorpio, you know what I'm saying? There's a massive inquisition on Esau as a nation, but in particular the small hats, because it's coming out more and more that these small hats, they run everything, and that's really the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai that's exposing these devils for the role that they play in the affairs that's going on in the planet Earth. Okay, the spotlight is on them for what's going on in the land of Gaza. You just had the other day Trump and Bibi Netanyahu, they was speaking together, talking about how they're gonna rebuild the Gaza Strip after they destroyed it. Which it's pretty obvious now that that whole campaign in Gaza, that was nothing more than a genocidal campaign to do what they always have done. Go into lands, covet them unrighteously, and seize the resources and displace the people. That's what these Edomites do. That's their history. Right? But like I was saying, if you watch this clip, you would think, oh, this is just about everybody coming together, just stopping the hate so we can all live in harmony. Nah, that ain't what this is about. Okay, these devils, they don't care about that, man. And it shows you who's in power. Okay, when you watch a commercial like this, it shows you who's in power, and it also shows you that these so-called celebrities that they put out there before you, these people are paid off. All right? Now, we know Snoop Dogg. All right, we know that he sold his soul a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? If you watch that, what was the name of that? Murder Was the Case. That video that came out back in the 90s, right? I mean, he pretty much, openly showed you that he sold his soul. You know what I'm saying? To beat that murder case. You know what I'm saying? And hey, Tom Brady, he done won how many Super Bowls? You know what I'm saying? I think like 10 or 11 Super Bowls or something like that. So that he's juiced in. He's a Mason. All right, so all these things that they put out there before you, it's all a psychological operation. It's all witchcraft. All right, so we're going to go ahead and check this out, and you're going to see.
I hate you because we're from different neighborhoods.
I hate you because you look different.
I hate you because I don't understand you.
I hate you because people I know hate you.
I hate you because I think you hate me.
Because I need someone to blame.
Because you talk different.
Because you act different.
Because you're just different. Man, I hate that things are so bad that we have to do a commercial about it.
Me too.
So they said all that basically for it all to be about the small hat. You see, it says hashtag stand up to all hate. And then it says paid for by Foundation to Combat Anti-Sem. So this is all about anti-Sems, so-called anti-Sem hatred, okay? So when Snoop Dogg go back and say, oh yeah, let's play it back.
Different neighborhoods.
I hate you because you look different.
Yeah, so I hate you because you're from a different neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? That's Snoop playing on the, Bloods, the Bloods and Crip dynamic, okay, which is a situation that affects mainly Jakes. You know what I'm saying? Then of course Tom Brady, he goes on to say, I hate you because you look different. That's playing into, so-called white America, or, their biblical nationality, which is, Esau, Edom. Okay, because people put that out there like, oh, well, I hate you because of your skin color, when it has nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to the Edomites, they'll hate on Jake all day long. But you got Elam, you know what I'm saying? And other nations that are darker than some Jakes, but they don't get the same hate. You see what I'm saying? It's not about the skin color. It's about the birthright. All right. That's a spiritual hatred that these Edomites have for Jake, man. You see, but if you're not spiritual, you won't understand that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these Edomites, they hate Jake and they don't know why. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these Edomites that hate Jake, but it's just something that's in them. You know what I'm saying? They can't quite put a finger on why they hate Jake. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of Edomites don't even be around Jake, but they see a Jake and they're just overcome with this fervent hatred, man. For so-called blacks. You know what I'm saying? But that's a spiritual thing.
I hate you because I don't understand you.
I hate you because people I know hate you.
I hate you because I think you hate me.
Because I need someone to blame.
Hold on. See that?
You talk different.
Because you act different.
Because you're just different.
It's a lot. I want to go back to the part where he said,
someone to blame.
Yep, there you go. Looking for someone
Because I
to
need.
blame. So basically what he's saying with that is that the small hats, they're now the scapegoat as to why everything is so bad. Because like I said before, the breadcrumb trail leads back to Amalek. You see, that's where the breadcrumb trail leads back to, because you had some of these celebrities, whether they've been set up as controlled opposition or not, but the truth stands that these Amalekites, these small hats, they run everything. All right, which directly goes against biblical prophecy of what the true Israelites in the last days would be doing. You see, the true Israelites in the last days would not be running the whole entire earth. They wouldn't be in control of, all the business, all the trade. Okay, having, being able to fund military operations and being able to censor people if they're spoken against. The true Israelites would be what? In an impoverished state in the last days. Okay, the true Israelites, they would need salvation. All right, these small hats, they don't need no salvation because they're on the top. You see? And furthermore, when you go into Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, it was outlined that if we obeyed Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that we would be blessed, all right, that we would be the head and not the tail. But when you go into the history of what our people were doing, we kept going off. We kept going after other gods, you know what I'm saying? We kept forsaking the Most High. So what happened? The Most High cut us off from being a nation, and thus we went into slavery, okay, which is why we're in the lands of our captivity still to this day. So it's clear when you read the scriptures that we did not obey the Most High's commands. This is why we're in the position that we're in now. So if we didn't, or let's just say that the Israelites, okay, didn't obey the Lord's commands, why are these small hats on top? Because they claim to be the Lord's chosen people. All right, because when you read the scriptures, clearly the Israelites didn't obey the Most High. So why are these small hats, if they claim to be the people, why do they run everything? Why do they control everything? And see, these are questions that people are now asking because it doesn't make any sense. How can you be God's people when you read the scriptures, it clearly tells you that God's people did not obey him and that they were cut off, right? So who are you, small hats that are out here claiming that it's hateful, that it's anti-Sem to speak against them? You see, so they've been found out, man. All right, and when you read the book of Obadiah, it says, "How are the hidden things of Esau searched out?" And furthermore, the Lord has put a spirit in the earth, which is really of His spirit, that is poking at these small hats, man, because everywhere that they look, they're being questioned, they're being exposed for the liars that they are. Okay, they're involved in all kind of wickedness, all kind of witchcraft, you know what I'm saying? Child trafficking, and numerous other things that we can get into on a whole nother lesson. Like, we could go in all day about these small hats, but the point is, people have found out that they ain't it, that the Lord, that they're not the people of the Most High. Okay, you even have channels like Hurting Humanity. He goes into Revelation 3 and 10, you know what I'm saying, where it says, the synagogue of Satan, those who say that they are Jews and are not, you know what I'm saying, that was talking about wicked Israelites, but that can also apply to Esau as well. All right, but this whole commercial, the things that they were saying in the beginning, it would make you think that, oh, this is to apply to all hate. But no, when you skip to the end, it says what? It says this, right? Paid for by Foundation to Combat Anti-Sem. So these small hats, all right, paid for this commercial, put it out there during the Super Bowl, all right, to further their cause. Okay, because right now, and this shows you how bad that it really is, because the fact they got to make a commercial about it and they got to put these two sellouts up there, you see, to fight for their cause. And this lets you know as well that the famine of the word is coming. You know what I'm saying? That these devils are really about to make a move to mass censor everything, man. This is why you have Donald Trump to sign the executive order to buy TikTok, right? This is why you have Elon Musk that came in within the last 2 years and he bought Twitter. Now he changed the name to X, which that goes back to Satanism, okay? And you have these technocrats that are set up over all these social media platforms. Why? Because eventually they're going to censor you to the point to where you're not going to be able to speak any truth, okay, much less against them. And if you do want to get on the internet, because they're going to say that, the internet is now a dangerous place where hate is just spreading out of control, you see? So we need to monitor who's saying what, because we can't have all this hate as if they care about the hate, because Jake is the main target of hate and has been. You see, but there was no law, passed for, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to protect us from hatred. All right. There was no law against that, but these small hats get laws, you know what I'm saying? These other nations get laws to protect them. So it shows you who is the true undermined and marginalized people. All right. And it's not them. That's the point, man. But this is nothing but witchcraft and sorcery that they're putting out here to take the minds of the people. And if you're unlearned or you don't know what's going on, and you'll look at this, which I've seen people comment on posts like this and pretty much be like, this is stupid, which it is stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the hell would you put this out here, man? Like, nobody cares. Okay? Like, people get hated on every day, man. Like, that's just a part of living in this world, you see? But we got a cape for the small hats, though, all right? Because nobody's buying your bullshit no more. You see, nobody's going for the okie doke. Nobody's buying your narrative, because independent media platforms on social have exposed these small hats for who they truly are, all right? Which is the synagogue of Satan, man. The seed of the wicked. That's who they are, all right? So you see this, man. And let's go to let's get Isaiah 47, okay, verse 1, and it shows you that this place here, America, man, this is the land of the modern day Chaldeans, okay, because the ancient Chaldeans were what? Sorcerers, witches, warlocks, okay, they dealt in left-hand magic. You know what I'm saying? They were into astronomy and, mathematics and working with the dark arts. Okay, well, this is the same thing that Esau's doing to this day on the left-hand side. You know what I'm saying? But instead of a small, priesthood that they had back then, it's pretty much now this whole society is engulfed in witchcraft. All right. Isaiah chapter 47:1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon," which is America, right? "Sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans." You see that? It says, "O daughter of the Chaldeans," which once again, the Chaldeans, they were into witchcraft and sorcery, okay? "For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers." Let's jump down to verse 12. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so, be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail." Right? So the Lord is saying to the daughter of Babylon, to the modern day Chaldeans, right, to stand now with your enchantments, right? Stand now with your, smooth words and your witchcraft that you bring forth with the people, all right? If your enchantments are really that good, then they'll stand. But see, it's not working no more because people are calling these devils out. When you go into the comments, it says, "I hate this commercial. I hate war crimes and genocide." See? So people are hip to what these devils got going on, right? If you pay someone enough money, you can make them say anything. Snoop looking like Steven up there with Calvin. "I hate Snoop because he sold out." Yeah. And all these celebrities that they put in front of you are all sellouts, man. Okay? They all had to do some backdoor deals. You know what I'm saying? They all had to do a sacrifice, you see, in order to, get to the level that they're at, man. Okay, which this world is predicated upon wickedness. A truly righteous person with morals and standards, you will never make it to this level, man, because you have to be a part of secret societies. You know what I'm saying? You have to take blood oaths. You have to deal with children. You know what I'm saying? You have to drink blood. You have to do a whole lot of satanic shit, man, in order to get to the level that a Snoop Dogg and a Tom Brady is at. Make no mistake about it. It says, "Imagine Snoop doing a commercial against hate after taking money to promote the person spreading the most hate." Snoop going out sad. So they did. Yeah. "I hate what was done to Palestine." See, this is what it all goes back to, because it's all about connecting this back to the small hats. You know what I'm saying? Which they funded this whole commercial. So people are really calling out like, all right, this is some bullshit, man. You see? He going into there go the elder Karate Zappa from Baltimore, man. He says, yeah, in the African and transatlantic slave trade. Yeah, Khan up. Shout out to the elder, man. You see, but people are on to this devil, man. You see, so the jig is up. Esau can't continue to pull the wool over the people's eyes no more, man. All right, it's over. Then when you go to this right here, the Starlink, all right, this is they're showing you in these commercials what they're about to bring on the earth, because this Starlink, right? This taps into the fourth industrial revolution, to where they want to merge man with machine, and part of that is being able to connect everything. Okay, which in information technology is the term is the Internet of Things, okay, or the Internet of Bodies, okay, which pretty much everything in the physical environment is going to be able to be connected to a virtual space. Okay, this is what the virtual reality is all about. Okay, and then ultimately that's going to come in the final form of inserting a chip into your body, okay? Because the chip is going to be like an interface in which you can interact with the world. In this 5G, the 6G, the Starlink, it's going to make sure that the whole world, okay, all nations are connected to one grid and able to be tracked, controlled, so that you know, once you receive that chip, there is going to be no such thing as being offline. See, you're going to be online all the time, okay, which is good for these devils because they'll be able to keep tabs on you, all right? You're not going to be able to go nowhere. You're not going to be able to say anything that is against the system without them knowing where you are at all times, okay? So, you know, it showed you in the commercial that you can be in the middle of the damn Grand Canyon and Starlink will know where you at. You know what I'm saying? You will be connected. Which, who is that more convenient for? Is it more convenient for you or is it more convenient for them? Because when all hell breaks loose on this earth, people going to be trying to run to the wilderness, escape to certain areas. Well, guess what? If your ass is on Starlink, they going to know where you at and they going to come and scoop your ass up. All right, so that's the whole snare of it. So let's check this out.
There are over 500,000 square miles of the U.S. unreachable by any cell phone tower. Places where...
And by the way, this is for educational purposes. Not making any money off this video. Strictly educational purposes.
Emergency texts never send. Where emotional messages are not received. And countless memories.
And notice how they're using that play on peace and safety. You know, if there's an emergency, you know, you may not have service in a particular area. Well, Starlink can fix that for you because you'll never be without service. You see?
Are left unshared.
Doing good. You're doing good.
But T-Mobile is about to change that. T-Mobile partnered with Starlink to launch hundreds of satellites, creating the only space-based network that automatically connects to the phone you already have. And because...
You see, and this is all a part of that new technological tower of Babel, okay? Because during the days of Nimrod, you know, all nations were together. They were of one language. They were of one tongue. And they came together to devise evil against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Well, that was the first attempt at a NWO. Well, today you have the modern day Chaldeans, okay? These you know, modern day witches and warlocks, okay, which the chief house of them is Amalek. You have them bringing forth this technology to achieve the second attempt at the NWO. All right, this is what all this connecting every nation and interconnectivity and 5G, 6G, Starlink, this is what it's all about, man. Okay, to bring all nations together against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And this furthermore goes into Revelation 13 and 16, where it says that he's going to cause all right, to receive a mark. And that mark is going to mark you as being with the beast, as being a part of his system, as aligning yourself with his interests and being against the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son. So these are things that they are openly showing you. They're putting it out there, but they're trying to make it seem like it's something benevolent. Like, oh yeah, well, you know, you'll never be without service. You'll always be able to connect wherever that you are. You know what I'm saying? You'll never get lost. We can always find you. You see? So it's a thing of convenience, man. And this is what the devil do. See, he tries to play on your emotions to get you to trust him, because make no doubt about it, right? All these things that they're doing, because as you'll see, you know, they're pretty much going to say that we're giving this out for free. All right, which this devil don't do nothing for free, man. Everything has a cost. But he's putting this out there to what? To gain the trust of the people. You see? Because ultimately Esau, he would rather deceive you into following him than just straight up coming with the sword. See, before he come with the sword, he's always going to come with deception first. He's always going to speak to you nicely. He's always going to try to butter you up and make it look good. But the scriptures say the war is in his heart. All right? His words were softer than oil, smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So this devil, he's really declaring war on you by offering you peace. And when you look at his track record, that's the same very formula that he used everywhere that he went on the planet Earth, man. First he came with peace. First he humbled himself, came meek, came lowly. Then once he saw that he pacified you, then once he saw that he could take what he wanted to take, that's when he came with the sword. So these things are to set you up for the sword, man. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai, we can see this. All right, these things are being revealed through the spirit.
Connection means everything. We're inviting anyone on any wireless carrier to experience it for free.
You won't believe where I am right now.
T-Mobile Starlink. If you can see the sky, you're connected.
If you like truthful news.
So they're putting this out there for free, right? Which again, nothing is free, man. Everything has a cost.
It
but
for free.
So-called free. No matter what network that you have, you can come over to T-Mobile and try that Starlink beta for free. And they're only doing this because they want people to get into this new technology. They're only doing this because they want to get people comfortable with this new system, because this is going to be a standard in this NWO. All right. So they would rather have people on board with this voluntarily, so that when they ultimately do crash the system, because they are about to shut down the grid, man. All right. There's going to be a massive cyber attack that's going to happen. Power's going to be knocked out, and people not going to have, for however long that this thing goes down. But when you do come back online, new safety measures are going to be put in place. All right. You're going to have a digital ID. You're going to have a real ID. You know what I'm saying? And eventually you're going to have a chip. All right. Which that goes into the biometrics. You know what I'm saying? Which biometrics, which the elites have spoken about this, that's the most accurate way of verifying who a person is. Okay. Because you can't fake your iris scan. You know what I'm saying? You can't fake your fingerprint or your palm print or your vein. Okay. You can't fake none of that, man, because that's a part of you. So these devils are definitely moving into the next step, and they're about to bring forth this MOTB. And Starlink and AI, that's going to be a big part of how this new system is going to be run. All right. I did a show some months ago where they was going into the whole Project Bluebeam, and now they got the AI, Cesare Borgia, you know what I'm saying, the so-called AI Christ that you can talk to. You know what I'm saying? And they actually have these things set up in Catholic churches, where before it'd be a priest that you would have to go in there and speak one-on-one with. You know what I'm saying? Now you can talk to your own personalized AI Jesus, okay? And you can make your confession. So this AI is replacing real human beings. And right now in the tech sector, there's massive layoffs. Why? Because AI is replacing the jobs, man. Okay, AI is more efficient. AI doesn't call out sick. AI doesn't need benefits and things like that. So a lot of people are getting laid off. A lot of people in the tech sector are losing their jobs to AI. You see? And if they're not losing their jobs, and they're integrating AI more and more into the workplace, so there's going to be less of a need for human beings. And Elon Musk said that himself. You know what I'm saying? He said that in the future, there's going to be less jobs that a robot or AI can't do. Okay, so there's going to be less of a need for humans. Okay, this is where universal basic income comes in. This is where digital ID and 15-minute cities, all these things encompass the fourth industrial revolution. And this Starlink is going to play a key role in connecting everything. Okay, so this is where we at. So when the men of the Lord is telling you that this devil is going to push this MOTB in a particular kind of way, and that the actual MOTB is the chip, this is what it is. And the more time that goes by, the story is starting to shape up more and more. You know what I'm saying? These things are starting to become more obvious, man, because we're that close to the end, right? Daniel chapter 12. And Daniel chapter 12. Matter of fact, we can start at verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book of life. And this encompasses the time of Jacob's trouble, right? The hour of temptation, see, in which the earth is going to be in such a chaotic state. It's going to be worse than any time that you can think of on the earth. Okay, World War I, World War II, the bubonic plague, you know what I'm saying? Mass casualty events like that. It's going to be worse than any other time, man. All right, this is why Michael's going to have to stand up, man. All right, this is why we're going to need salvation from these evils, man. All right, verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Right? So basically what the scripture is saying here is that at the time of the end, technology and knowledge is going to be so greatly increased in the earth that it's going to be very profound. Okay, and look at all the technology that you have now. You got Starlink, you got AI, you know what I'm saying? You got 5G, you have virtual reality headsets. Like, you have all this burst of technology that has really come about within the last 60 to 50 years. You know what I'm saying? But really, since like the early 2000s, like, technology is really like taking off to where it's like, it's crazy, And this is what Daniel prophesied of, man. In the last days, knowledge shall be increased. You know what I'm saying? Technology right now is at an all-time high, and also people's knowledge is also increased because of that technology. Okay, and the internet has been a driving force behind people gaining this knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Because now, instead of going to a library, actually having to research and dig for books, because that's what you had to do back in the day, now you can just type in the question on Google. You know what I'm saying? Now you got Chat GPT, and you can get the answer just like that. So this is what people are resorting to now to get the real scoop on what's going on. And on top of that, you got independent media platforms that's really going in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're hearing different people's opinions on what's really going on in the world. So that's informing people on an even deeper level, you see? And people are finding out like, oh, damn, I'm not the only one that thought like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not crazy because this guy, and this guy, he's saying the same thing that I'm saying. So this must be true. Then you dig into it more, and then you start to peel back the layers of the onion, if you will. Then you ultimately come to the truth, ultimately. You know what I'm saying? Then you find out about the Israelites. But yeah, man, like, this is a time that we in, like, the truth is coming forth like a flood. Matthew chapter 13, and we can get 10, because ultimately all of what's going on, like, people watched the Super Bowl and they saw these commercials, and believe it or not, some people watched these commercials and they just took it for face value. Like, they didn't see any deeper meaning behind, why these things were put out there. You know what I'm saying? They just take it for, oh yeah, Starlink. Oh yeah, let's stop the hate, or whatever the case, right? But ultimately, these, the people that can't see it, the people that can't see these things that we're going over in this lesson, is because it's not meant for them to see it. Okay, ultimately because they love not the truth, so the Most High has sent unto them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie. Because why? They have pleasure in unrighteousness, man, as it is written, right? So these things are really only for those with eyes to see and ears to hear, mainly the elect, all right? Verse 10, it says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So even the gospel, man, like even the deep revelations, the mysteries of the scripture, this is not given to everybody to understand. All right? Because you'll have certain Israelites out there, you know, they'll go out and they'll try to convert everybody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, sister, you know that you an Israelite. Hey, brother, you got to put your fringes on, brother. You know what I'm saying? You have Israelites out here that's like that, trying to convert every Israelite, man. And ultimately, it's not for every Israelite. Okay? It's only for the elect of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. See, now, when we get in the kingdom, all Israel is going to know the truth. All Israel is going to be good. They're going to be in their right mind. But on this go-around, it's only for a select few. See, the Lord is only dealing with a small sanctuary, man. All right? That's why the Lord said, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom, but to them it is not given. Okay, so basically, man, the mysteries of the kingdom are only for those with ears to hear and eyes to see, which is not everyone, man, because, you know, people are walking around here in gross darkness, the walking dead. Verse 12, for whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance, but whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath. Right? And we can go down to verse 14. It says, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. So once again, it's not for everybody, man. Okay, this thing is only for a select few. Okay, which the masses of the people that are into these, you know, sporting events, they can't see the truth for what it is because they're so caught up in the ways of this world. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, they don't have the spirit to be able to discern, you know what I'm saying, between what's true and what is false. Right? So the multitude of these people, man, you know what I'm saying, they were born in vain. The Lord ain't dealing with them. And ultimately, the time is coming that they're going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? So those of us that, you know, are in the know, you know what I'm saying, that have tapped into the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and, you know, can see through the world for what it is. You know, it's really, truly a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has not been given this type of wisdom and understanding, man. This is why this truth is very precious. You know what I'm saying? This is not something that you just take for granted, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord could have left you in the world. You know what I'm saying? The Lord could have left you to your own devices, you know what I'm saying, left you to be a bug out, left, you know what I'm saying, left you to be a crash out, whatever the case is, man. But the Lord has called you out of the world so that you can receive this glorious light. Okay? Because, you know what I'm saying, things like this, even though to some that are into, you know, going into, you know, what the elites are all about, they'll see these things on the surface level, but even in certain aspects, they'll still be perplexed at these things because they don't have the full truth. You know what I'm saying? They'll have some truth, but they don't have the full understanding. You see? So when you see these enchantments being thrown out, just know that they're about to come with something, man. All right, just know that these devils, they're about to come with a major event that's going to take a lot of people off guard. And, you know, that's going to be a means for them to bring about their order from the chaos that's going to ensue. All right, so keep on watching these devils, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep on paying attention to the news. You know what I'm saying? Keep on paying attention to what's coming out of the west from these different, you know, globalist, as they say, platforms, man. You know what I'm saying? Because big things are coming down the pipe. And it always happens after Passover. Stuff really start going down. So this is a time, as we always say, to be extremely vigilant, to be on your guard, on your watch, and continuously praying to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that he take not the spirit from you. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, you don't want the spirit to be took from you in these times, man, because as critical as things are about to get, you know, you're going to want the Lord to be with you and guiding you through these times. All right? So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out right here. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying through the Rakat Kadash, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha Kadash. And until next time, Lord willing, Shalom to the elect. Kum Yasha Allah. And a Bible ball. Shalom.